much for joining me today, Kaylie. Is it okay if I call you that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, great. So before we start, I just wanted to go over a couple of things. So the first thing is that everything we say in here is confidential, but that leads me to my second point, which is I'm a state mandated reporter. So if you say anything that leads me to believe that you're in any imminent harm or danger to others, I do have to report that. Any questions so far?
No questions.
Okay, great. So I just want to start off by saying that today's session is going to be a little bit shorter than normal, and we'll just spend some time going over what's going on and the things that you would like to go over. So with that being said, how would you like to spend your time today?
Well, I don't really have much to talk about. You probably read my file, same old, same old. I guess I'm here because I've been missing a lot of school, but I'm still doing okay in my classes.
Okay, I'm glad that you're doing okay in your classes. That's really good that even though it's missing some school, that you've been able to keep up and maintain your grades. And you're right, I did read through your file, but I'm more interested in hearing about what you think is going on and what you'd like to talk about today.
Oh, okay. I'm here because of absences, but there's just a lot of things going on at home right now too.
Okay, could you tell me more about these issues?
Well, it's just kind of really chaotic, you could say. My mom and dad have been fighting a lot, and my mom's sad all the time, and the court's involved again.
Okay, I can see how that could all be really stressful for you. Would you mind sharing more just so I can understand more about what's going on and where you're coming from?
Okay. Both my parents have a lot going on right now. The court's saying my mom needs more help at home, but it's fine. And my dad's been just coming and going lately, and I never know when he's going to come back and if he'll stay. And then if he's gone, then mom, she usually has a boyfriend in the house. And sometimes my dad comes back and he stays for a while, but then he leaves, and then my mom just goes back to being sad and depressed all the time.
I'm sure it can be really hard to deal with all of that uncertainty that's going on right now at home.
Yeah, it can be a lot sometimes.
I'm wondering if we could maybe put a name to all these problems and the stress that you're experiencing. I know you mentioned earlier that it felt like chaos sometimes.
Yeah, that's a good word for it, chaos.
Okay, so this chaos, it sounds like it's a really big part of your life. How long has it been a part of your life?
A while, I guess. You could say years. My mom and dad have been having a lot of issues for a long time, and it's kind of rubbing off on my school, and it's causing me to miss a lot of school.
Okay, so how would you say that this chaos is affecting your school and your attendance?
Well, sometimes I feel like I have to stay home and take care of my mom, and I feel bad when she's sad. It doesn't really help her though, but I guess I feel like I have to be there for her.
So, this chaos makes you feel like you need to stay home?
Yeah, I want my mom to feel better.
You feel like it's weighing on you that your parents are okay?
Yeah, I'm getting into trouble for not going to school, but that's why.
Okay, and so what effect does this chaos have on you, not feeling like you can go to school because of it?
It really stresses me out, and it makes me upset, and I just feel really bad, and it's like school's important, but so is my family. I'm trying to balance both, but me missing school more and more, it's becoming a problem.
Yeah, that sounds like it's really stressful for you. I'm wondering if there are times when you felt like this chaos wasn't as big of an issue, or times when maybe you were able to attend school more frequently and do better at school?
Some days I realize that I can't fix my parents' problems, but I can help with my own, and I know that missing a lot of school can lead to a big problem, so I go to school and I focus on that instead.
Okay, and so these days that you are at school and focusing on school, do you feel better about going to school and stepping away from that chaos for a little bit?
Yeah, because those days I feel like I'm helping myself.
Okay, so when you're at school, this chaos doesn't bother you as much?
Not as much. I really like school, actually.
Yeah, what do you like about it?
Well, I mean, I get to see my friends there, and I like the assignments. I like to learn. I know I would have better grades if I went more, but I really just try to do the best I can while I'm there.
Yeah, that's great that you enjoy school. It sounds like when you're there, you really put your best effort forward. So just to make sure I'm understanding you right, when you're at school, you feel like chaos isn't a battle for you.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
I'm curious to know if there are any other times besides school when you feel like you're not dealing with as much chaos as you are at home.
Mm, I mean, I do have a court-ordered therapist, and she she helps sometimes, and she's really nice, and she always listens to me.
Okay, would you say that you can trust her?
Yeah, I think I would say I could trust her. She helps me with my family issues and stuff.
Okay, that's really good. How often do you see her?
I see her every week.
Every week. Okay, and where do you two meet?
She always comes to my school to meet me.
Oh, it sounds like she's someone that's a really reliable support system for you.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so far we've talked about two things that help you make the chaos seem like it's not as big of an issue as your life, or that it's not so heavy for you, and that is school and your therapist. We don't have too much time left today, and we're going to end here, and next week we'll talk more about the chaos that occurs in your life, and then the times that it doesn't seem to occur in your life. Is there anything else that you feel like you'd want to go over or talk about before we end the session?
No, I don't think so. Not today.
Okay, great. Well, then I'll see you next week at the same time.
Okay, thank you.